Alright, so we're back with this update on the Silverado. Just got done changing oil in it. I went with this the Walmart SuperTech 5 weight 30 advanced full synthetic. I've been using it the last couple oil changes. And then I went with this Wix oil filter. I normally use the Wix XP, but it's the only one I could get. This is the next best thing I get my hands on. I waited forever for it to come in the mail, but the reason why I was doing the update was I was wondering how like in the last video, how the liquid moly lifter additive was gonna go with the motor or whatever, and I left it in there for several days, maybe about close to a week, probably more than what I should have. But I honestly didn't really see no difference with the using the lift. I mean, it got a little better. The oil pressure was a little better than what it was. I didn't see no, like it's still there. You can still hear it when it's running. So I'm probably just gonna go to my local shop that I deal with and see about just doing a lifter job on it. Get it priced and go ahead and just have the lifter swapped out on it. I think it'd be the best thing to do, because I don't really like the fact of putting a whole lot of different oil, chemical, or additive, all this stuff you buy off the counter. You know, it's probably fine, but that's the first time I've ever done it with a vehicle. So I think the best thing to do is just go and get with a shop and just have something physically done with it, and just change them out, and that way you know that it's fixed. But I do think it did something. I mean, it did give me more oil pressure than what I had, and it's not as bad as it was. But it didn't. I mean, for my truck, it didn't fix the problem at all. I mean, it just took away the oil pressure got a little better, and then it's not as bad as it was, but it didn't fix it completely. So in some vehicles it might fix it, it might fix it all the way, just depending on how severe the issue is. But obviously I think mine's a lot more severe than what I thought it was. But yeah, I was just gonna do an update on that, and I think it's been about a few days since I did that last video. But yeah, this is what I ended up using. This is the part number for this truck, for this oil filter. It's the 5.3, the LM7 LS motor, and then I just use the new oil. Walmart just came out with this a while back. I started using it. I use it in my Silverado, and I use it in my wife's Buick, and we ain't had no problems with it. It does fine. I used it, and then I've been using a Mobil 1 filter on hers because I couldn't find a Wix XP filter for her car. I guess the way the supply chain is right now, it's just hard to find a lot of parts for vehicles right now. But I was able to find a Wix XP filter for her Buick on eBay. I got it in for the next oil change, which is going to be a little while because we just did hers, but I went ahead and bought it. That way I'd have it, because when it comes to your cars, you know, I don't really like to cheap out on stuff when it comes to your vehicles. Your vehicles get you from point A to point B, so you don't want to cheap out on them. But yeah, that's the update. Hopefully that gives you some information on the whole liquid moly project, if I want to call it that. It did improve my oil pressure some, and it did the sound ain't as bad as it was, but it's still there. So I think that if you have a lifter problem and it's not as severe, and you might be able to, maybe you can catch it in time or something, it might work. But in my situation, it didn't fix it completely, and I'm probably still going to go to a shop and get a lifter job priced and get it done, because I really want to keep the truck running for a while. It's got 282,000 miles on it, and I'd like to get as much as I can out of it before having to go off and buy another vehicle. When it comes to these Silverados, you can, I mean, they're almost bulletproof as long as you keep the maintenance up on them. They're pretty much bulletproof. So, but oh yeah, I'm got me a new air filter ordered. I'm actually I had only put this one on here because the one I had on here was some cheap stuff I bought, and it ended up breaking or whatever. So I took it off and put this little one on there. I'm actually gonna get a bigger one. They got the K&N air filter on Amazon right now. I'm gonna put it in, and I may do a video on putting it in. I know there's a ton of videos on YouTube on how to put them things in, so but I may still do one just to do it. But yeah, so that's my update on the whole liquid moly deal. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not sponsored by Wix or Walmart or Liquid Moly or nothing like that. Just I bought this stuff and figured I'd give it a try since I had this issue with the truck, and maybe it'd give some other folks a little bit of information. But thanks y'all for watching. If y'all definitely leave the comments down in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. God bless.